Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now April 7th of 2022, and we're not only getting closer to the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series, but also Star Wars Celebration, which, by the way, is going to be a very big deal because we have a host of new Star Wars TV shows that are about to be announced, as well as new animated TV shows that will be unveiled by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, if you would like to go ahead and drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, we are currently in a very interesting phase of Star Wars, given that we are getting closer to the official trailer of the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show, the full-length trailer to be exact, that's going to debut in early May, and very likely on May the 4th. Now, given that we have, of course, George, John, and Dave trying to find ways to really create this balance between the Star Wars fandom, by using both Legends and, of course, regular Disney canon material into one, and exactly how they're going to be able to regulate that going forward. That's their overall plan right now in order to really give fans something very different, something original and unique, and something that's really going to stand out on its own. Now, beyond all of this, one aspect that's been very intriguing, of course, that has a lot to do with the universe is everything related to actor Mark Hamill. Now, Mark Hamill, in case you guys did not know, he's been a little bit more vocal about his experience on the sequel trilogy with directors J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson, and Disney and Lucasfilm as companies. He's been way more vocal recently because, for obvious reasons, he's not involved with Star Wars in as big as a way that he used to be. Sure, he's going to pop in here and there with new projects, but that's about it. When you look at everything related to that, we have a lot of things happening for Disney and Lucasfilm as we speak. Now, with that being said, however, what's even all the more intriguing is that with both Disney and Lucasfilm now focused on their new Star Wars projects like Star Wars Ahsoka and even The Mandalorian Season 4, creators Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are actively developing new shows that will be unveiled at Star Wars Celebration this year that will excite fans around the world. Now, it's described, however, that recently actor Mark Hamill engaged in an interview where he was able to talk more about his stance on Star Wars and the overall fandom. He goes on to state, one thing that was really bothering me for the longest time, and how easily many of the fans of Star Wars can turn on you just like that in a heartbeat. For the past months, I have seen many fans of the franchise, of course, myself, seeing and witnessing all of this and completely just give up on the sequel trilogy, calling it terrible, and calling it all these names that are just awful against the creators. I will be honest, I didn't care for my treatment as Luke Skywalker. It felt way too different and out of touch with the reality of Star Wars. But many of these fans that are so loud and so vocal just really frustrate you to no end. I have nothing against the sequel films by JJ and Rian. They had a great vision and they accomplished just that. But it's the loud, vocal fans that need to stop with this nonsense. Of course, calling these sequel trilogy movies a disaster by Disney, to actually stop calling these movies as an attack against the fans by Disney or an insult made by Disney on purpose, which is not the case. We are not out here to hurt anybody emotionally. That's not their intention at all. All we want to do is make great movies and give the fans what they want, which we had tried to do. Did fans respect my treatment of Luke Skywalker? No. Did I agree with that treatment? Absolutely not. But the fans need to knock it off when it involves making Disney seem like some evil company that is out to bury the franchise. So let me just stop right there for 1 second of what Mark Hamill was saying here, is that you can obviously see that what his problem is that he seems to have a problem with a lot of fans calling out the creators of the sequel trilogy. We're talking about J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson, and how fans still have issues with the sequel trilogy, and how fans that actually defended the sequel trilogy before, for a very long time, are now beginning to turn against that trilogy, and how Mark Hamill's having a lot of trouble accepting that. Now, I will be honest, I like Mark Hamill as an actor, but I just feel that at times he can be very grumpy on social media. He can be a little out of place with things, and there are times where I think that he needs to dial it back on things like Twitter. That's just as far as I'll go. But when you look at everything related to Mark Hamill, he's been a flip-flopper. one week he's defending Disney, another week he's going against Disney and siding more with the hardcore fans that really dislike the sequel trilogy movies. So it's really hard to kind of get a real accurate read on this guy, on exactly, you know, what he believes or what he truly stands for. You know, who exactly is he with? Is he with Disney, or is he with the Star Wars fans that just want to see more passionate creators on board, right? That's the biggest question of all. So moving on from all of this, all right, he goes on to say that, I mean, it would actually be funny to see Mickey Mouse with a red lightsaber, he jokes. But all jokes aside, I think that we did great things with the sequel movies. It's just these fans that are constantly loud and verbal that really get under our skin. It's not just me, but others that shall remain nameless right now. What JJ did, Rian, and Kathy for the sequels, I thought was a decent approach to ending my story, to ending Leia's story, and even Ben Solo's. They just needed a better vision to treat my character more effectively. The fans can get very annoying and frustrating many times, where I roll my eyes saying, here we go again, with all of this. There is no denying that we noticed the backlash from the fans for The Last Jedi, and it just angered me how fans can be so ruthless against a poor guy like Rian. All he did was try to make a movie. I have not heard anything else about his involvement in Star Wars, and it's likely he walked away from it all. But that's not the point. The point is, I think fans should just accept with what's coming next and try their best to forget their terrible experiences with the new movies by Disney. These are just terrible experiences for the fans, and these are just movies at the end of the day, and fans need to actually dial it down. Now, the thing about Mark Hamill is that I don't think he truly understands how the fans view Star Wars. At least to me, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there will agree, it's more than just a movie or movies. There's something magical about Star Wars that's not only inspirational, but it really comes full circle. It's not just a franchise or some set of movies that you just pop into your DVD player or your 4K player, whatever, or streaming it on a streaming service. It's not just that. It really is something so embedded within philosophy, within mythology, taking aspects from real-life mythology. And that's exactly why so many fans respect it to a completely different level that no other franchise can even touch, not even close. And I think that's why Star Wars is so special, and why hardcore fans really defend things so very much. And I respect the fans defending it, you know? Every right, you know, they have a right to defend that. And I think that Mark Hamill, you know, given that he's very frustrated and angry with many fans out there for going up against the sequel trilogy too hard, I think a lot of it may have to do with the fact that he's trying hard to not accept his involvement in those movies because of what they did to Luke. I mean, he himself even admitted that he completely did not like his treatment of Luke, and how Disney and Lucasfilm completely bombarded the character to no end. So, like I say, guys, I mean, I would like to hear what you guys have to say about all of this below in the comments, everything related to Mark Hamill's, you know, view on Star Wars, his view of the fans, his view of the sequel trilogy, Rian and JJ. Obviously, he's standing up for Rian and JJ from what it seems, so I would like to hear your input on all of this. And overall, guys, you know, if you did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.